Protect your car with 3W Liners all-weather floor mats. Made from durable materials like TPE and rubber, our mats are designed to withstand rain, snow, and mud with deep grooves to trap dirt and liquids. For a custom fit and advanced protection, visit 3W Liners. That's the number 3, WLINERS.com today. Calling all Marvel fans, get Marvel Unlimited and unlock over 30,000 comics featuring your favorite heroes and iconic stories, all available to read anytime, anywhere. Plus, for a limited time, use promo code MUHoliday24 and save $50 off your subscription. Whether you're into classic tales or the latest adventures, there's something for everyone. Don't miss out. Head to marvel.com/unlimited today and start your Marvel journey now. This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Hey there, what's going on?
Blah. What's up? Here we
Welcome to Blah, King of the Hill podcast. I'm Mike.
And I am Rusty, and my face looks really, really red in this camera.
You're very pinkish. You've got a pinkish hue.
Let's see if that makes it worse. I don't know. I guess it's warm. Maybe I'm warm, I guess, today.
Maybe you are warm.
I don't know. Warm-blooded, something.
You're as Foreigner says. Yeah, now you're orange.
Now I'm orange.
Neat. It's a Simpsons podcast all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got a special little thing for you for Christmas. This is, let's see, the day that you are listening to this will be on the 22nd of December.
Yeah.
Sorry, being 23rd of December. Yeah.
Eve. So, the eve of Eve.
Yeah, so it's the penultimate Christmas day. It's the day before Christmas Eve. And so not a regular episode. We're going to do
not at all. We're doing something really weird.
I had ChatGPT write us up a lost episode of King of the Hill, a Christmas episode. And so I'm going to read that, and Rusty's going to kind of react to it if you will allow us such indulgences around the holidays.
Yeah, we're just having fun, guys. Just a lot of funning around.
Funning around, waiting for that big fat man to come in. So, what you got planned for Christmas? Anything big?
Nothing big. Just the average stuff. Watch the kids open all the stuff. You know, my oldest. The gifts get more expensive each year, kind of thing.
Sure.
So we're at like computers, Xboxes, that kind of stuff. That world. So, other than that, I know that I'm getting a pair of Batmobile Crocs.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure that's I shook it and it sounded like Batmobile Crocs. So
well, you know, the wife and I, we got all grown kids, and so we don't do a whole hell of a lot for each other at Christmas. I get her a little, couple of things that I'll get yelled at about, but that's about it. And then we help our kids with bills and all kinds of stuff throughout the year. So honestly, we try to treat Christmas as the little bitty kids get stuff and everybody else just gets to get together,
Yeah, that's what it's about. I'm at that age too, where it's all about the kids and less about the adults. So
yeah, the little ones, they're fun to watch open and stuff, but you could give them an empty box and it'd be fine.
They really are easier to please. It's the older they get that it gets harder to do things for them.
When that capitalism sets in.
Yeah, well, I actually kind of got blessed because my oldest, I got a huge gap in between my oldest and my younger two.
Yeah.
My oldest is 14, and he really is a humble spirit. Like he spent his birthday money on buying his friends games that he already has, so his friends can play with him.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
like he got all this birthday money and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, I got 3 or 4 friends that don't have the game that I have, and I want them to be able to play with me." So he's like, "It's a gift for me to enjoy my friends." So
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm kind of blessed. I didn't really raise him to be, super materialistic and stuff like that, and it kind of
Yeah.
stuck. So he doesn't really care too much about that kind of stuff. He's more about, can my friends enjoy whatever I like? Can I make it about my friends more than it's
Yeah.
about me, kind of thing?
Yeah.
And I appreciate that about him. He's a
That's
sweetheart.
very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice
When
to
I was
see.
a kid, that's the
especially
last thing on my mind. When I got
yeah,
my
no
Christmas
shit,
money,
right?
that's
Yeah.
my money. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that I was buying my friends a lot of stuff.
No, not even now. I don't think I bought my friends too many things.
That's true too.
I think the
Okay.
last time I bought a friend something was when I gifted you the David Letterman
It's very
comic
nice.
book. The
Yeah.
David Letterman
Yeah.
comic book. I think that was the
I
last
need to
thing I
get it up
bought
on my
somebody.
wall in the new office there.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, had the robots from hell write an episode.
Robots from Hell sounds like a
King of the-
terrible movie.
I actually made a cartoon when I was in school called the Clown from Hell, and
Okay.
the clown was a robot. So
Off topic a little bit. Well, it's kind of on topic. Have you seen Santa Conquers the Martians?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a must watch for anybody that's never seen that. That is
I enjoyed that one,
a
and I
really terrible.
enjoy.
I think it's like
Yeah,
a D movie, not
yeah,
even a B movie. It's like a D movie.
yeah. And then there's the one Santa versus the Devil, which is
I
great.
haven't seen that
Also,
one. I'm gonna have to check
yeah,
that one out.
it's all in Spanish, but it's very badly dubbed, and
Yeah.
so it just adds to the magic.
Well, I just found this weird. It's called Eternal Family TV, eternalfamily.tv or something like that, and it's a streaming site. But all of the stuff that they have licensed is just stuff like Santa Conquers the Martians and stuff like that. It's just like, what was that one that it was a really weird movie that Tom Hanks was in, Mazes and something in
Dungeons and Dragons. He was
like a
in.
Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah, it
thing.
was like Mazes and Mages or something like that. Yeah,
Mazes and Mages or something like that.
Yeah,
That's on
yeah.
there. So it's just a bunch of weird.
Where they go in the little tunnel under the log and all that stuff. Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's just a bunch of weird stuff like that.
So this one is called. It spit out something called King of the Hill episode. Heir Apparent. HAIR. Okay. This is it comes in several acts. It's not a super long episode, but it did build one. So we're just going to go through this like we would a normal episode, and we'll see see what we get. So we get an opening scene. We get the alley with all 4 guys, Hank, Dale, and Bill, and Boomhauer, and they're all standing in the alley. It says beers in hand. The conversation turns to Christmas and gift giving. Bill mentions that he's excited about the angel tree at the Arlen Mall.
Oh,
you ever give to the angel tree? You ever do any of that?
The only angel on trees I know is the ones that sit on top. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
So
I've heard
the whole
of Salvation Army and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I've never heard of angel.
The whole idea is the angel tree, that kids will write a note to the angel or Santa or whatever, and they put it on the tree, and it says, I'd really like a bike for Christmas or whatever. And then people that do not know these kids go up and they pick something off the tree, they buy it for the kid, and then it gets to the kid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a nice thing, especially at the holidays. Not sure why we don't do it throughout the entire year. But anyway, he's excited about the angel tree at the Arlen Mall. Bill says, guys, when you give the angel tree, you're really giving to an angel. I read it in a pamphlet, which, honestly, for ChatGPT giving Bill that kind of stupidity, I mean, that's not far off the mark.
No, that's not far. Yeah. I mean, it's all that barbicide he's huffed over the years.
That's what it is. It's the barbicide. Hank says, what pamphlet are you talking about, Bill? Angels don't need presents. They're in heaven. They've already got everything they need. Bill says, oh, no. It's in the fine print. If you give a really good gift, an angel might visit you to thank you. I've been saving up all year for my best gift ever. So that does sound like something Bill would believe.
Kind of tracks for Bill for sure. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty funny.
Says the others exchange skeptical looks, but they let it slide, knowing that Bill's eccentric, that he has eccentric ideas. Dale mutters something about angels being government spies. So there we go. We got
that. That tracks.
That does track very much so. Meanwhile, at the Hill household, Bobby is engrossed in his video game when Connie calls him to invite him over. Peggy overhears this conversation and teases Bobby about how much he likes Connie. Peggy says, Bobby Hill, is that your lady friend I hear? He goes, Mom, stop. Connie's my friend, but she's also a lady, so technically, yes. Now, that is an exchange that never would have happened.
No,
that
never. Yeah,
Peggy
never.
she is not teasing Bobby about his girlfriend. That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
But later at the Susan Newsom phone house, Connie laments to Bobby about needing a new violin bow. Now I've read through this story before, and I want you to understand this part makes zero sense to me. It says Bobby is struck with inspiration after noticing Connie brushing her hair. He decides to get her a gift that will make her feel special. So she just told him how much she needs a new violin bow, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does that not make sense to you that you would get the girl a violin bow?
It makes sense, but then again, Bobby is nonsensical, so she could say, "I need a violin bow." Oh, you need a hairbrush?
Well, you nailed it right there. Okay, so Act 2. Here's Bobby's plan. Bobby realizes he doesn't have enough money for a fancy hairbrush. He visits Joseph for advice. That's also something that would never happen. You're not asking Joseph for any advice on.
You're not really asking him for much of anything. I don't know if he's somebody you would call on for a lot of different. Unless you needed somebody strong and dumb. I think that would be about it.
Yeah. Joseph says, dude, just sell something. Like I sold my skateboard last week to buy Halo. Okay, well, that tracks. Bobby says, I can't just sell my stuff. Wait, maybe I can. Maybe my game console. So we're getting a little of the, what do you call it? Gift of the Magi thing going on here, right?
Yeah.
So
rob Bobby to pay Paul.
Yes. Joseph is shocked, but Bobby is determined. He brings his console to the pawn shop where he gets enough cash to buy the gold-plated hairbrush. Once again, you don't get into this problem if you just buy the girl a new violin bow.
If you would have got the violin bow, but the violin bow honestly might cost more than a hairbrush.
Gold-plated hairbrush.
Well, gold-painted hairbrush, maybe.
Maybe it is painted. Maybe it is painted. Meanwhile, Connie overhears Con talking about the hottest new video game. That would never happen either. I'm not sure Con's talking about any video games.
Nah, I don't think so either.
But inspired, she decides to get it for Bobby. Without enough money, she visits Min, who suggests selling her long hair to a wig maker. Min says, it's only hair, Connie. It grows back. Plus, you'll get a new haircut for free. Okay.
Selling hair to a wig maker sounds like a horror movie.
It does. It sounds like it's like giving your what do you call it? It's not it's not blood, but it's the plasma. The nth degree. I'm just going to sell
a wig
hair.
maker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I won't have a firstborn child. Bill is at the Arlen Mall. Bill is browsing the angel tree, so he's looking for a good one. He finds a card requesting a bike for a young girl.
Okay.
Bill says, a bike. Angels love bikes. Ooh, that's a big leap. He goes, I bet if I get the nicest bike, I'll get to meet my angel this year. He decides to splurge on a shiny chrome bike, but quickly realizes he can't afford it. In desperation, he asks Hank for advice. Hank says, Bill, this isn't about impressing angels. It's about helping kids. Just get what you can afford. Bill remains convinced that he needs the fanciest bike to ensure that he gets visited by an angel. Act 3 here of only, I think, 4. Act 3. Bobby and Connie meet up at the park to exchange gifts. Not sure why they're at the park to do it. Bobby proudly presents the hairbrush, but Connie's now short hair makes it less than practical. Bobby says, I didn't know you cut your hair. Connie says, I didn't know you sold your console. They laugh at the irony, realizing their sacrifices cancel each other out. So there you go. There's your gift to the Magi, definitely. Now, as far as Bill goes, after finally buying the expensive bike by maxing out his credit card, Bill waits eagerly on Christmas Eve for his angel to appear. He decorates his yard with lights and even sets out milk and cookies. Bill is just kind of muttering to himself. He goes, oh, any minute now, she'll swoop down from heaven with her wings all a-glowing. Instead, Dale sneaks into Bill's yard in a makeshift angel costume to prank him. Dale says, I'm your angel, Bill. Now give me that bike. Bill, Bill, now terrified, hands over the bike. Dale is caught by Hank, who forces him to return it. Hank says, Bill, you can't expect angels to reward you for doing the right thing. That's not how it works. Bill says, but it felt like a sign. Hank says, the sign was helping someone who needed it. That's enough. Okay. Here's the other issue I have with ChatGPT. It's always trying to teach me a lesson, and I just don't.
Yeah, there's a lot of
need it.
lesson-based stories. Yeah, a lot of
Thank you.
lesson-based stuff.
Yeah, thank you, robot. I'm good. All right. So on Christmas morning, Bobby and Connie gather with their families. Bobby gives Connie the hairbrush as a keepsake. She places it in her violin case. I thought they had already exchanged presents at the park, but whatever. Connie suggests they play the new game together on her dad's console, turning the situation to a shared experience. Then we go over to Bill. Bill delivers the bike to the angel tree girl and feels genuinely fulfilled when he sees the joy it brings. Bill says, maybe this is better than an angel visit after all. And that's the entire episode. That's the whole damn thing. Now, the one thing I was impressed by is ChatGPT during the credits. It says in credits, and then underneath it says the credits roll with scenes of Bobby and Connie playing the game, Hank shaking his head at Dale's angel costume, and Bill proudly admiring the angel tree.
Well, I got one too. So I plugged in "It's a Wonderful Life" as a King of the Hill episode.
Okay. All right.
So I'll go ahead and run through that real fast. It's not too long. So it's called "It's a Wonderful Dale." So it's a Dale. It would be a Dale-centric episode. So it's Christmas time in Arlen. The whole neighborhood's lit up with holiday decorations, and then the camera does like a pan to Hank, and he's got this 12-foot propane tank Santa, an inflatable on his lawn. And then Peggy comes out with some cookies and says, Hank, don't you think this is a little much? And he responds, Peggy, propane Santa is not just a decoration. He's a statement. It's about the true spirit of a clean burning Christmas. So
that's very on brand. Yeah,
it is. I think it's
I could see him building a Santa out of actual like old decommissioned propane tanks.
Yeah, like some kind of like art or whatever, like the metal art with the welding and all that. Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah, and then, maybe like those forks that you use for meat on the grill as hands, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So then it cuts to Dale, who's in his yard with a megaphone, accusing passerbys of stealing his Christmas spirit. Okay. That blinking light on your roof is clearly CIA code. I see you, Bill Gates. You're not ruining my holiday. And then that's
Bill Gates in the CIA.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the cold open, and then it goes to Act 1. So Dale's having this rough Christmas season. Nancy's frustrated because he forgot to get Christmas presents. Joseph's embarrassed to invite his friends over because of the conspiracy theory decorations, which is a giant tinfoil Christmas tree, which I thought was pretty funny. And then the guys won't let him in on the Strickland propane Christmas party planning committee. So he's in the alley, a lot of words, complaining and stuff like that. He says Christmas is just another government psyop to keep us distracted while Big Elf takes all our money.
Big Elf.
I thought that was funny. Yeah, Big Elf. And then Boomhauer replies, dang old man, Christmas man ain't about gifts, man, about dang old family and love that dang old eggnog, man. And so Dale brushes him off, mutters that the world would be better off without him. Kind of like in It's a Wonderful Life, where he gets down and, you know, he's
sure,
that whole rigmarole thing. And then while he falls asleep in the basement holding a shotgun he wrapped in tinsel, he wakes up to a mysterious figure standing in his basement. It's his guardian angel, Rusty Shackelford. I thought that was good. That's so his jaw drops. Rusty Shackelford, you're real? And Rusty explains to Dale he's here to show him what the world would be like if he had never been born. You know, the same as obviously the same as It's a Wonderful Life. The angel without the wings comes to tell him about what the world would look like if he wasn't there. So Dale protests to him, this is a trick. You're a clone sent by FEMA. So Rusty Shackelford snaps his fingers, and then they're transported into this alternate Arlen. So Dale gets to see what life would be like without him. Hank is completely bald because no one ever sold him that special pesticide that was actually water. Nancy is married to John Redcorn, and she now hosts the Real Stories of the Texas Highway Patrol. Joseph is a professional football player, but he's got Redcorn's mullet and refuses to believe Dale was ever his father.
Oh, wow.
Bill becomes a successful romance novel cover model because Dale wasn't around to drag him down into all of his weird schemes.
That could be a thing.
And Strickland Propane has been bought out by a charcoal company.
Oh, there you go.
So the final blow comes when Dale sees that Arlen has no Christmas spirit at all. Without Dale's over-the-top conspiracy theories and bizarre but endearing holiday antics, the neighborhood is dull and lifeless. Rusty Shackford turns to Dale and says, "See, you do matter. Sure, you're a paranoid weirdo, but the world needs weirdos like you to make things more interesting."
There you go.
So, boom, Act 4. He wakes up in his basement and he's just like, "Whoa, this was a dream." And then runs outside in his bathrobe and yells, "Merry Christmas, Hank. Merry Christmas, Nancy. Merry Christmas, government surveillance drones." And then he decides to make amends. So he buys Nancy an expensive gift. He apologized to Joseph for embarrassing him. And then he surprises Hank by showing up at Strickland Propane with a propane-powered snowblower to clear the lot for the party. And then to end the episode, everyone is gathered around at the Hill House for Christmas dinner, and Dale raises a glass of eggnog to toast to all my friends, my family, and the lizard people watching from low atmosphere orbit. Merry Christmas. Everyone laughs and joins in on the toast, and Hank reluctantly mutters, "Merry Christmas, Dale." And this is my favorite part right here. I really, if anybody out there knows how to use the music AI stuff to create music songs with Boomhauer's voice, we hear Boomhauer singing an indecipherable version of Jingle Bell Rock, and that's
very
how
nice.
roll. So there you go. I thought
that's beautiful.
And while you were reading it off, I was thinking, I was like, I think it would be really, really funny to have a "It's a Wonderful Life," kind of like The Simpsons does stuff, you know, where they kind of mock and mimic some pop culture stuff. I thought it would be a really funny for like a King of the Hill, "It's a Wonderful Life" kind of thing.
We did A Gift of the Magi, and we did It's a Wonderful Life.
There you go. Yeah.
So, I mean, we covered it all.
Good movies. Yeah, two really good movies. I love It's a Wonderful Life. Such a classic movie. A lot of people don't know that Drew Barrymore's great uncle is Mr. Potter.
Yeah.
Lionel Barrymore. So there's a fun fact.
Yeah, she comes from a big old acting family.
And then not just a big acting family, like goes back to like London theater in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize,
which is crazy when you look at her.
I was watching what movie was it? I was watching it's Bing Crosby. What is it called? Not
Holiday Inn?
No, I don't think it's even Bing Crosby. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. Singing in the Rain. I was listening to that and I heard somebody mention Edith Barrymore. So I was like, I went on a little rabbit hunt and I started diving and I was like, wow, both sides of her family have this long history of acting. And she's the last surviving one, kind of, because at one point, one of her half-brothers, her half-sister and half-brother, her half-sister died in a car on drugs. She died of a drug overdose in a car. And then her brother was actually a drug addict too, and he ended up homeless. And while he was living on Skid Row, he wore a shirt that said, "I'm Drew Barrymore's brother."
Oh my God.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Wow.
Funny and not funny, but I guess she doesn't have any relationship with them to help him out. But I thought it was kind of funny that Drew Barrymore's brother had like a shirt that said, "I'm her brother," while living as a drug addict on Skid Row.
That's insane. Yeah, that's crazy.
But she's the last one, really. She's like the last remaining Drew Barrymore. When she passes, since she has no children,
she's the last Barrymore.
She will be the last of the great Barrymore acting family.
Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it. I know this is a little shorter episode, and we're doing it from the house and all that stuff, but it is Christmas season. And like I say, you'll get this a couple of days before Christmas, but our greatest gift is you guys. We really appreciate you being here, and we hope that you guys have a great holiday. We'll get back at it and get going again with our regular episodes real soon. And until then, I think there's really only one thing left to say.
You can find us at BWAAA KO Teach everywhere. And also, I just want to say one quick thing. Thank you, everybody that continues to watch us everywhere. You like whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Scoops, wherever you're finding our videos and watching us. I appreciate the traffic. I appreciate the comments. our YouTube. We're at 610 subscribers now. The last time we talked, we're at 600, so we've gotten 10 since then. So I appreciate the 10 subscribers for
keep going.
Us to 610. I appreciate the people that help us with our short clips and getting those to me so I can get them out to you guys. I appreciate just the whole operation that goes behind this show for us, for me and Mike.
Yeah.
We've maintained and been able to be the number one on our network for a while now, and we really can't be number one without having the number one fan base in the King of the Hill podcast world. So we do appreciate
That's absolutely true.
Everybody that listens. I appreciate everybody that's found us any which way you found us, whether it was your friend telling you or you found us organically, whatever it may be. Like I said, without you guys, me and Mike are just two dudes talking into microphones at each other. So we do appreciate every bit of it. And here's to, we got next year coming up, and we're going to keep cranking it out. We're not done yet. We've got a whole half of the show to go yet, with the prospects of the new one coming up soon. So I think with that, the only thing I have left to say is Merry Christmas and Wimatanye.
Wimatanye, indeed.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.